Hi, this is Angie. Welcome to my channel, Angie Part 2. How are you? Thank you for visiting my channel, for clicking, for liking, for subscribing, and for commenting. I'm thanking you in advance because I know that's what everyone wants to do that has clicked on this video. So what is Angie Part 2? This is just me, second part of my life of me posting more videos, but this time with more commentary. The type of videos I like to post is about politics, about court issues. I did a lot of videos, no commentary, but just a lot of videos I posted about the Darrell Brooks court case that took place in Waukesha, Wisconsin. That was a big case. It was funny. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, just scroll down on my videos and you will find it, and you're welcome. That's all I will say about that. But anyway, so I'm going to try to give a quick commentary on various things that's happened politically across the world, within our country. I live in the United States. Anything that's trending or just whatever I feel like talking about. Today's topic is actually going to be on the Tickle versus Giggle court case that took place in Australia, and I'm going to show a little video to give you an idea of what type of the synopsis of what the case is about, and then we'll follow up on the other side.
Today in an Australian court is absolutely shocking. It is a massive setback to women's rights. It does not make Australia a safer place for women, and this is a slippery slope. Transgender woman Roxanne Tickle, who was born male and underwent gender-affirming surgery, so is now female, won her discrimination case against Sal Grover, the owner of women's-only app Giggle for Girls, because she was excluded from the platform. Now let's just take a look at Giggles for Girls and what it stands for. It was created to be a safe space for women to interact with each other free from male patterns of online violence, something that is critically needed. If you need reminding, it was only a couple of months ago our Prime Minister declared domestic violence a national crisis, and the stats show at least 1 in 6 women in Australia have experienced physical or sexual violence. So naturally, I have the view any app that can help women or provide a safe space for them is a good thing and a positive step forward for the women now and the next generation of women coming through. Giggles for Girls was not designed to discriminate, it was designed to help women. But some people need to make it all about themselves. Roxanne Tickle was kicked off the app after being accepted in because she is a trans woman. Instead of seeing the bigger picture that this app is helping so many women in Australia, she went on to sue Sal Grover for discrimination, sparking a landmark court case where the court could decide what a woman is. Federal Court Judge Robert Bromwich found that sex is changeable, and Roxanne Tickle was indirectly discriminated against, and Sal Grover was ordered to pay $10,000 in compensation as well as legal costs. What precedent does this set for women's only bathrooms, change rooms, shelters, and sport at the highest level? This is an embarrassment for Australia, and I know I'm not alone in saying that. Just look on X and the amount of women advocates expressing their outrage. Sal Grover wrote, "Unfortunately, we got the judgment we anticipated. The fight for women's rights continues."
So, there. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. So basically, as the anchor just discussed, Roxanne decided to join this app that was specifically for females only, women only, and she got in, but then she was denied because she's a biological male. My issue with this is, I live in Chicago, and that was an instance where there's this gay, all-male gay bar or spa, and in Boys Town, and you do not see any trans men going there. And there was a time I've heard of an issue where a trans man tried to go in there, and then was kicked out. Like, there are tons of LGBTQ communities, bars, etc., apps that's made specifically for the demographic that they're looking for. I just don't understand why trans women, I understand that you think you're a woman, but let's just be realistic here. Why do you feel the need to have to be involved in something that's specifically for women? When you have, that's like me saying, oh, I like Asian food, or I like Asian people. Let me join this thing that's specifically for Asian people. Nobody invited me in. Now, I'm not saying that they will turn me away, because they probably feel like I'll do the same thing that this trans woman is doing and try to sue them. But people should be able to have their safe spaces. You know, people should be able to join certain organizations. Just like if you have, there was this one trans woman who joined this Facebook. It was a Facebook group for women only, and they sometimes meet or whatever. So because she looks like a woman, they let her join. So I guess when she went to one of the actual events, she was kicked out of the group because it's for women only. There's nothing wrong with women having their own spaces, especially in Australia, when they're saying there's there's so many women that's facing domestic violence, not just physical, but sexual too. So I believe Miss Roxanne has had, I think they said in the video that she had SRS surgery. But that doesn't mean, every woman doesn't know what trans woman has or has not had surgery. And honestly, it's none of our business if you had it or not. But there should be, just because you had a particular surgery, that doesn't mean your mindset has changed. Do you know how many trans women has sued male-owned businesses for not allowing them in? I can't recall any. But if you go and look up trans women sues businesses, there's one particular trans woman in Canada. Her name was Jessica, and she kept suing numerous, and not just big organizations, big companies. She sued many small minority businesses who refused to wax her balls. Now, come on now. If this is a spa that's specifically for the female anatomy, you know you do not have a female anatomy, especially when you know you don't have any plans to have SRS. You know you have junk in your trunk. And they say they are not specialized in waxing male balls. And you know what they do? They go and they sue. Same thing that happened, I believe, in Washington. There was a situation in California, but instead of them getting sued, because there's a trans woman that came into this area for women and girls, they had they junk out. So instead of telling the trans woman to leave, they made the woman leave for complaining and saying that there was children in there. The same thing that happened at Planet Fitness in Alaska. There was this woman who said, hey, there's a young girl in there, there's this trans woman in there, and the little girl looks uncomfortable because the trans woman looks like a regular man. And you know what they did to the woman? Kicked her out. So women are getting kicked out their own spaces because trans women refuse to respect people's boundaries. It's so crazy because we lived through a Me Too a Me Too era when everything was about protecting women, believe women, trust women. You know, women need their safe spaces. Women need to build, be protected. Now all of a sudden, if that said woman says something against a trans woman, oh, she needs to be ostracized. She needs to lose her job. She's a bigot. She's a TERF. She's this. I have been called so many things because of my beliefs on this issue. I believe a trans woman is a trans woman, a trans man is a trans man. I think we all need to have special spaces and areas so we all feel protected and have our own rights when it comes to sports. We should have, especially in the Olympics, we should have a special category for trans women and trans men, or people who consider themselves non-binary. Because you're saying, I'm not either one. So let's have an open category. What is wrong with that? Why are so many people considered transphobic or bigot for saying, hey, let's have special spaces for this? When African Americans sit up here and couldn't play in the major leagues due to discrimination, we were just like, you know what? We'll have our own league. You don't want us there? Fine. We'll create our own league. And guess what? We were so damn good at what we was doing, they invited us over. Not to say that's going to happen with women. But, and the same thing with women. Women were just like, hey, we don't feel safe around men. We want our own spaces. We want our own sports, because men and women anatomy is totally different. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that our society, especially on the left, have catered to the LGBTQ community, more so the T and the Q, and we've just let them run rapid. And we have to protect their rights, but understand that we're going to protect you, but we're also going to protect the rights of other people, meaning women. Women deserve to have their rights and dignity and privacy respected. So anyway, that's how I feel about the issue. What say you? Leave your comment at the bottom. I love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, and share. Please. I appreciate you in advance. I appreciate you and thank you in advance. Sorry. Also, so much is going on in today's world. I just want to give this little bit of give space and give grace. Not only to yourself, but to other people who don't think or see things the way you do. Alright? Talk to you later. Bye.